Welcome to another edition of The Metal Voice. I'm Al, the Metal Guy.
And I'm Jimmy, the other metal guy.
This week, something new from something old.
That's very perplexing.
Which is actually called
Remasters.
So we start off with Ozzy Osbourne's Blizzard of Oz.
The Diary of a Madman.
And that long-lost gem, Black Sabbath's Born Again.
Here's my interpretation of Born Again, the baby. That's the color.
That's it.
There we go.
Those vibrant colors.
Yes.
So we'll start with Blizzard of Oz.
Blizzard of Oz. I had the first pressing of the CD after the album, the cassette, and I wanted to see, is this really good?
Right.
And I put them back to back, and I loved it. The sound is fantastic. There's really a big difference from the first original CD pressing to this remaster.
Which is the whole goal of remaster.
Exactly. And the nice thing about this, you get it for a great price, plus you get 3 bonus tracks.
3 bonus tracks.
You looking at me, looking at you.
Yes.
Randy Rhoads, it's called RR, is just basically a guitar solo. It's going like this. It's going like this.
Yeah.
It's going like this. And Goodbye to Romance, which is, I found a little bit weird, but cool in a sense. It was Ozzy Osbourne. It's just the vocals and the guitars of Randy. At first I go, this is weird. Goodbye to Romance, just the guitar track with Ozzy's vocals.
Okay.
But then as I'm listening to it, I go, oh, now I know why they did this. Because they wanted to show, there's at least 3 or 4 layers of guitar work on Goodbye to Romance. And they just wanted to show everybody the nice little sort of like guitar work of Randy as he's playing. A buyer beware, I'm not sure if Ozzy's actually redoing the vocals on this, and it's just with Randy Rhoads' old guitar tracks.
Right.
Or if it's actually the original vocals, or another take of the vocals back when. Great buy. I would give it a 9.9 out of 10. I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10 because I would have liked to see You Said It All, which was on a B-side.
B-side of Mr.
And it's
Crowley.
never been really actually officially released on CD.
Right.
I would have loved to see that on this album, but it's not. But it's okay. Great remaster, great price. Go run out and buy Blizzard of Oz.
That song, of course, being off the EP Mr. Crowley, which also had Suicide Solution, I believe. So
exactly.
And then we have Diary of a Madman, also re-released.
You know that album. You know that album. So I mean, again, the remaster is fantastic. But here's the catch. You want to hear not the catch, but let's say here's what the bonus is.
Bonus.
You get a whole live CD of Ozzy Osbourne and Randy Rhoads.
Really? There can't be too many of those around.
We don't know. We don't know what Sharon's holding on to. I mean, Sharon's like holding on to everything. Now on this, it's the exact same set as Tribute. So you know Tribute.
Right.
It's exact same song order. But I think the sound is a lot better than Tribute on this. I like the mix a lot better. You could actually hear the keyboards in the background a lot cleaner. For example, on Mr. Crowley. And I really love Randy Rhoads' take on the Black Sabbath songs. Like, I mean, he's playing the solos, but he's always deviating and putting his own little riffs here and there.
And that DVD would be with the Tommy Aldridge, Rudy Sarzo lineup?
It's not a DVD. It's actually a CD.
A CD, sorry.
So you have that second, it's a live track, live CD.
Okay. And then that brings us to Born Again by Black Sabbath.
Like, I really don't like to pull out CDs, but in this case I will. So here you go, Black Sabbath, Born Again. The little baby. Right? And
we should just take a step back. Again, we spoke about this on a previous show.
Yeah.
These guys, Geezer heard this finished product and just walked out. He didn't even want to be in the band anymore. Ian Gillan got a stack, listened to it, threw them all away. There was something terribly wrong that happened with the original pressing of this vinyl LP. So Jim, I'm asking you today, this is a remastered copy. How does it sound?
Alan, I'd love to say it's probably the best remaster out there. So far, it's the best remaster. However, it's not a remix.
Okay.
So the remix would mean they're actually going track through track, cleaning it up, maybe cleaning up the sound. They're not doing that here. What they're doing is they're taking the masters and they're just cleaning out all the highs and the lows and any song, static in the background.
The problem was it was nothing but lows.
That's right. In this one, you have a little more bass.
Little more bass? You couldn't get any more bass, Jim.
You know what? I'm going to tell you. I'll give it... this album to me is a 10 out of 10 song-wise. However, as a remaster, I give it an 8 out of 10. Personally. What it also includes is also a live CD Again, just like...
Lovely picture of the boys. I noticed it's Bev Bevan that's there.
And the back is Bill Ward.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And what you're getting on... Here's the real kicker here. This is what you really want this album for. You got the live set.
Right.
With Ian Gillan doing the Black Sabbath songs, and of course a couple of tracks from Born Again.
And that was a very short-lived tour because, as you know, Gillan went on and went back to Deep Purple, and they released Perfect Strangers. So there's not a lot of footage, I would imagine, out there.
It's not a DVD; it's a CD.
Okay.
So it's a live concert. What I really like about this CD is The Fallen. It's a track that never before released.
Right.
Officially released on the Born Again albums or official albums throughout time. So this is probably one of the best remasters or the best sounding Black Sabbath album of Born Again version. But I think Tony Iommi already said that they haven't dropped it. They can't find the original masters. Once they do, or once they get legal approval to, they will actually go in and remix this album. That's the one I'm waiting for. So I'll buy it again.
Okay.
If you could find this at a great price or a good price, then I really recommend it. It's a good sound.
Just base.
But I mean, don't expect, a sound quality of today.
Okay.
That's all.
Unfortunately, that will always perhaps remain the case with this particular album.
It's a never ending. Just like the baby.
Good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of the Metal Voice Book Club.
Well, today's on the book review, on the Metal Voice book review, we'll be
that be?
reviewing Off the Rails
An excellent book, I must
by
say.
Rudy Sarzo.
Yes. That covers Rudy's time in the band, right around the Diary of a Madman tour. Insightful, very insightful, and it focuses on a very narrow era in the Ozzy Osbourne
I
career.
tell you, Alan, when I heard Rudy Sarzo was writing a book about Randy Rhoads and his time in the band of Ozzy Osbourne, I was like floored. So as soon as it came out, I bought it. I read right through it, and what a great read. I love Rudy Sarzo. And you know what? It not only talks about Randy Rhoads, and it brings him down to a human level.
Exactly, right. He was a very good friend of Randy Rhoads, and he knew him before he became this godlike
It also
figure.
gives you a real perspective of what it was like to be in Ozzy Osbourne's band.
Right, exactly.
And how Ozzy Osbourne behaved, how the band behaved right after his death.
The revelation for me, Jim, and I read the book after you and you mentioned it to me, was how the tragic death of Randy Rhoads
Really happened.
It was the bus driver.
But don't give away the ending. Don't give away the ending.
I'm telling you, it was a revelation. And I had also completed reading the Sharon Osbourne autobiography, which was another real eye-opener.
Yep.
And it touches upon a lot of the same subjects as when Rudy was from a different perspective. So they don't always... Two people could live the same experience, but have two different perspectives about what happened. So I found that also very interesting.
I won't give away the ending, but it was interesting to see how, the bus accident really happened, and his perspective on it.
Right. And one of my favorite books that I have completed, has been out for a while, is Alice Cooper, Golf Monster. You do not have to be a golf fan.
Because I don't like golf, Alan. I don't like golf.
But I do like Alice Cooper. This is an unbelievable book, because not only is Alice a very smart, intelligent man, but it's fun. He's very funny. It ties in how he's gone from his alcohol addiction into a golf addiction, right from the start of the Alice Cooper, from his childhood, the band, and it works right through to present day. Being a handicapped golfer, a very golf fanatic. Basically, Jim, the story tells how he transitioned from going from an addiction of maybe 3 vodka bottles a day into playing 36 holes of golf.
Does he talk about Hollywood stars when he used to be on TV?
Talks about Groucho Marx, how Raquel Welch was after him. Every page is fun anecdotes. It's a hilarious read, but also it does give you pointers to improve your golf game if that's important to you. At the same time, giving you historical context of how he left Alex Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare tour, how that almost killed him, and how he had to check into a real mental hospital in the late 70s. They did not have these country club rehab centers. It was a real insane asylum. And again, just a fantastic read. I would rate this another 5 out of 5.
Well,
the literary
and
front.
I would give this definitely a 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5 for me.
So that's another edition of the Heavy Metal Voice Book Club. So
if you have a book suggestion, just feel free to send a suggestion. We might read it.
We might read it.
Maybe not.
If we have sufficient funds, we will go out and purchase the book.
Remember, it's got to be written in the Queen's English. Well, thanks for tuning in to another Metal Voice, The Metal Voice.
The Metal Voice.
And if you want to reach us at themetalvoice@gmail.com.
Or check out our website at www.themetalvoice.com.
And we will see you next time.
Thanks for tuning in.